My name is Hunter Foote, and I play the character Blake Rushmore. What drew me to the project, I've been friends with Dustin Mattson, the Mattson family, for a few years, and they've always been talking about their dreams and their goals to make movies like this. But yeah, as soon as I got a message from Dustin one day asking me if I wanted to be a part of it, how I prepared was not really preparing very much, because I felt like you wrote like very well, like how the person should act, how they should be in all the situations, all the scenes. So it wasn't very much preparation besides just the fact I had to like prepare to actually be sitting in front of a camera with everybody, and like knowing that other people are gonna watch this, and it's like kind of in history, like we talk about sometimes forever. But the atmosphere was amazing on set. Everybody was like very like on the same wave and the same energies, and everybody, it was like a very like comforting, like very like safe place for sure. I am very much a fan of horror. I'd say some of my favorites would probably be the original Nightmare on Elm Street, probably the original Scream. Man, this is one of those things where you have all your favorites in your head, but as soon as you get like asked and like put on the spot, your brain just goes blank, and it's like, I've never seen one of these movies before. Let me get a glance around the room real quick.
Sidebar, you did name 2 Wes Craven movies, so
Yeah, Wes Craven is definitely, he was definitely one of my like favorite directors in terms of like horror. I'd say the most challenging part was honestly just getting myself to kind of like open up and like stop worrying so much and be open and not so like shut down in front of the cameras. The most rewarding part was seeing like the director Dustin Mattson and everybody involved, since I've known them, just seeing that you gotta accomplish at least a portion of your overall dreams and goals. In all actuality, the most difficult scene was the burping scene, because I cannot burp, and so I had to basically keep trying to force myself into burp. But I don't burp a lot, so I don't really, it's hard to explain, but I had to get an 80 yard by Tyson Mattson. It was amazing working with Dustin and Megan Mattson. It was amazing, because it was basically kind of like a weekend, like weekends of us just hanging out, just with the fun of knowing like you guys are like achieving your goals, and you guys are like producing your dream baby right now. Like, this is amazing.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Well, I definitely appreciate you guys for taking me along for any portion of the ride. Working with Dylan, aka TapeHead, was amazing. He's like a very fun and open like teddy bear. He looks scary. He looks massive. He looks mean. No, he's so kind. And I remember whenever we were filming my death scene, I remember telling him, because we were trying to make it look not cheesy or not fake or anything, I remember telling him like he can like choke me and he can actually like do whatever he wants. And I remember him like at first not doing anything, and then it was kind of like that switch flipped in his head where he went from Dylan to TapeHead, and he said something along the lines of like, "I'm gonna face you with this VHS tape." And in that moment it all changed. Oh, the sound man, oh, he gets on my nerves sometimes. He's not here, I know. That's hard. It's very hard to pick like a favorite moment, because honestly every moment, like even like leading up to coming down here, like just to drive down here, just knowing that like, okay, I'm coming, we're shooting a movie, we're all hanging out, like we're basically being like little kids, but in like a cool way, like we're just doing what we all want to do and have fun doing it. The drive down here to the Mattson household it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's not that bad. It's a very, honestly, like nice and relaxing drive. Oh, I think audiences are gonna react amazingly to this film. like even just showing people just little clips or even just images themselves, just seeing their reactions, I think it's gonna do really cool. Cause like, if you go into this like expecting like some cheap, it's like cheap little movie or just some movie like shot on like an iPhone or something, like oh these people just made this in their house in the weekend kind of thing. If you go into that with that, you're gonna be blown out of the water. If you're gonna go into it like expecting like what it is, like a really good movie for the budget and all the circumstances, you're gonna go in and still be like, wow. And like there's moments in the movie that are gonna surprise people. There are moments in the movie that are gonna make people like happy, mad, yeah. I don't think there was anything budget-wise that I couldn't have done.
Probably put more gas in your car.
Oh no, that was fun. You guys paid me in like pizza and snacks, and you guys let me like stay here, so which was amazing. So yeah, you never owe me anything. You guys are taking me along for the ride. Oh, working on TapeHead has changed my perspective a lot more than I thought it would, but in a good way. Like it's making me a lot more like self-aware of movies in terms of like it gives me a very more like, it makes me feel more into the movies when I can like picture like how the scenes were set up, how like all the just the process from beginning to end. It makes me appreciate everything a lot more. Basically my like goal, even though it's hard sometimes to like push through the like mental kind of like block of it all, my ultimate goal in terms of what I would, any other departments I'd love to like dabble in, would be like writing and like storytelling. That's something I would love to do. It's one of those things where I feel like if I have like at least just, if only just one other person like, and we just bounce ideas off each other, I feel like that'd be really, really fun. If there's anything I'm gonna add, it's just, it's amazing to see this all come to how it is from beginning to end, and just after all these years of knowing you guys, it's just, it's amazing to see everybody starting to get on their path. It was a really good time to spend with all this time with you guys and the family, and just be able to just have fun. And like it was a really freeing experience, and like it really changed me as a person. Like we were talking about earlier, like just the energy and the just like the vibes of everybody who was involved, and especially you and Megan, like you guys, and just doing the movie with you guys really shifted everything about me in a person, but in like the best way. Really changed me. Cool. Do it then.
You're doing so good. You are doing so good. Now do one with a pirate accent.
Yes. Do it then.